I wanted to get Bedard a top line winger this offseason. And, as the Toronto Maple Leafs are my second favorite team. Sometimes they're my first, sometimes they're not. I don't know. It's like a girlfriend
I already know where you're going with this.
that you keep seeing, but you don't like her. And anyway, um, Mitch Marner was the only top winger available in this free agent that I was like, okay, if he signs here, cool. Question mark, I guess. It's like, but it's because I have all the baggage that I know that has came with Marner that I was like, this would be hard for me to like it. But if you look at the other wingers that were available this offseason, there weren't many. There weren't many at all. Okay, so first off, it would have been hard in free agency to get him a winger. And Marner literally took less to play in Vegas. So like that is what it is. So the Marner conversation had already came and left. What's your thoughts on the Marner thing, really quick? Would you want a Marner here?
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I am
Hell
not a
no.
Leaf
Period.
hater. I'm not a Leaf. I mean, I don't hate the Leafs. They're the kind of irrelevant to hate. Sorry, not throwing shade on your team. They're just not my
I
cup
don't
of tea.
care. I don't care.
Um, I look at Mitch Marner, and maybe that could have been Austin Matthews playing a part into that, into his attitude on the ice. But when it comes to needing a player to step up in that moment, in that make or break moment, I don't see Mitch Marner as being the guy. So when he
Yeah,
went
he's
to
not.
Vegas, I was the happiest person on the face of the earth.
Yeah, you're a
You know,
Vegas hater.
Willie Nylander, on the other hand, no, oh, absolutely. God, yes. I'll explain
I
in
get
future
it.
episodes.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. So like William Nylander is a great playoff performer. He's always like I'm not even gonna go into the. I get so burnt out talking about the Leafs, and I don't even know do a podcast. One day we'll do a talk about the Leafs where I could just rant. I could rant all day about the fucking Leafs. Leafs.
Is this going to be like a Steve Dangle rant where it just never ends?
It might be. I mean, I don't know.
No, I'm
I
kidding.
love.
I love Steve Dangle.
Yeah, me too. I enjoy his stuff. I actually I admire Adam Wilde. They do a podcast together, Adam Wilde and Steve Dangle. And like Adam Wilde is very good at being a host at shows. He doesn't and
Hmm.
I kind of take over a lot of the things that so you'll see a lot of mannerisms that he does in my stuff because I think that he's great at what he does. But anyway, back to the Blackhawks. Marner. So you thought that Marner was just he ain't the guy to push us to the next level, right?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my same feeling too. I just didn't think that he would be somebody while he does play number one penalty kill, number one power play. He takes up a lot of space on the ice. He is that player that is an F1. But you got to think of it. There's only one puck, and you can only have, and you know who's going to be the man here? It's
It's Connor
Bedard.
Bedard.
So, and he wasn't going to
You
be the man.
and you kind of wonder sometimes if maybe that main character syndrome sort of played into his head a little bit, where maybe he thought he had to do too much. Which realistically, you have a guy, on the ice who can score 70 goals a year.
Yeah.
That's again a story for another day.
There's a lot there, man. You know what? That literally we could take a pause there. I have thoughts on that. But we're not gonna get into that right now. Um, yeah, so free agency wise, there was no way that there was somebody that was gonna be able to that we were gonna be able to get somebody to make a difference. Like Brock Besser immediately signed with Vancouver. So we weren't gonna be able to get Brock Besser. And that's even if you think Brock Besser is a top winger.
So let me get into that for a second because this was actually my number one off-season wish.
Hmm.
Nikolai Ehlers
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah,
somebody who I thought would have fit in well here.
yeah.
Again, another guy I like watching him play. Where he would have fit into, that's a great question. I don't really have an answer for you, but heck of a shot and great stand-up guy.
I think my thought on Ehlers is that I didn't even think of him, and I think that that's just like he's just the third guy. He's just the third. Like when I
Hmm.
think of Winnipeg, it was like Shifley, Shifley. What's his name? No, I can't even think of his name. The other guy, the other
Are
fast
you
guy.
thinking Perfetti, or are you thinking of Kyle Connor?
Kyle Connor, there it is. Me not being able to think of the guys' names anyway. But anyway, that's how much I don't think of Winnipeg. Sorry, I don't think of
Fair
Winnipeg.
enough. Nobody
But
does. That's why, they ranked last in the league in attendance. And it might be because they play in the smallest arena in the NHL. That's neither
it's
here nor
probably
there.
it's probably their fault.
I'm just talking shit on everybody. Fuck
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Fuck yeah, you know what? You're right. Fuck 'em. But no, like I think Ehlers signing with Carolina is the most. It makes the most sense just from where they're at competitive wise. And like I think if you were gonna get Ehlers, he would have signed for like $13 million here, and we would have hated him
Hmm.
in year two. It just would have been. It just wasn't what. It's just not worth it, right? So
Fair enough.
let's just throw out free agency. We weren't gonna get anybody top in free agency. My then argument is that if top wingers were available, everybody would be trading for them. This was one of the boringest off seasons ever. There was just nothing happening. Nobody got traded. Nothing was going on, and it was just whatever. I think you have pieces here that you could trade to get to acquire guys, but it's like, we're not playing NHL 26, and we're not able to go and trade for anybody. It's like there, and if you're trading a top winger for a maybe, is like you're probably trading with Nashville, but like because
For
you
who?
call
I mean, Marcia so?
no, I'm saying that in terms of like it would be a bad GM
Oh,
if you're going and
oh,
you're trading
fair.
for a maybe, like you're and even who who are you trading for? There's nobody that is just gonna, hey, you want this, and you're not gonna trade Oliver Moore. You're not trading Renzel. Like you have
Absolutely
other,
not.
and those would be the players you would need to get to acquire a top winger. So
Can we interest you in Lucas Reichel?
yeah, take them, please. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of turned iffy on how much I wanted him to get Davidson to get a top winger. So it's like I guess that would have been hard to do it, but after this next season, when you have more experience, you have guys who play in the NHL who get say Oliver Moore plays, right? And Oliver Moore gets you
Yeah,
50 points and he signs his extension and et cetera, et cetera. It's like I would flip Oliver Moore, established NHL player Oliver Moore, 50 points at 22 years old, however old he is, for like, this is just an example. This is not going to happen. Let's just say they trade the rights for Kaprizov. Like,
oh my
whatever.
God, dude. There is no Hawks fan in the world that would not take that deal.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. This is just the first name I could think of right now. Like, whatever. You know what I'm
And you
saying?
better
Like,
throw
then,
you better throw in like a Marco Rossi in there as well.
yeah, yeah,
You're
give us,
getting
just to be
established.
sure. Just to be sure. We'll throw in Lucas Reichel too, just to sweetener. But it's not going to be that trade. But you get what I'm saying. Like at
No,
least
I
then
yeah.
you have players to trade. But then would you even trade Oliver Moore 50 points at 22? You're not trading him then. So then
No.
you got your winger.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know. It's hard to say. But that's just my number two.